The worst Thanksgiving of my life started with complete silence. I stood at my own front door holding a homemade pie while the lights inside stayed off. Then I looked at my phone and saw the message that changed everything. Dad, we decided to celebrate somewhere else this year. Don't take it personally. In that moment, I realized my own family had planned the holiday without me. Before we begin, if emotional family stories like this speak to your heart, please subscribe because every story here carries a lesson worth remembering. Also, the pictures you see during this video are only imagined illustrations to help bring the story to life. They are not real photos from my life. My name is Daniel. I spent 30 years working overtime so my wife, Susan, and our 2 children, Ethan and Lily, could have everything they wanted. I missed birthdays, vacations, and even school events because I believed providing for my family was the greatest way to show love. I thought one day they would understand every sacrifice I made. As Thanksgiving approached, I cleaned the house, bought groceries, and cooked my late mother's favorite recipes. Every smell reminded me of happier years. I kept checking the clock, expecting the front door to open at any minute. Instead, my phone stayed quiet. Hours passed before that cold message arrived. I stared at it again and again, hoping I had misunderstood. The house suddenly felt too big. Every empty chair around the table reminded me that I had become invisible to the people I loved most. That night, I packed every untouched meal into containers and quietly drove toward the local community shelter. I had no idea that simple decision would completely change what happened the very next morning. The volunteers welcomed me with warm smiles, and for the first time that day, I didn't feel invisible. Families, veterans, and elderly people sat together sharing a simple Thanksgiving meal. I placed every container of food on the serving table, expecting to leave quietly. But an older man stopped me and said, "Your family may not see your value today, but everyone in this room does." Those words hit harder than anything I had heard in years. I stayed for hours, laughing with complete strangers who somehow treated me more like family than my own children ever had. The next morning, my phone exploded with calls and messages. Susan, Ethan, and Lily were suddenly begging me to come home. They had gone to my house after their dinner together, expecting me to be waiting like always. Instead, they found an empty home, untouched decorations, and a handwritten note that simply said, "I hope one day you understand what loneliness feels like." My neighbors told them they had seen me driving away with trays of food. Panic replaced their pride. For the first time, they realized they hadn't just skipped Thanksgiving with me. They had broken the heart of the man who spent his entire life putting them first. When they finally found me at the shelter, tears filled their eyes. They apologized over and over, but something inside me had changed. I forgave them because carrying anger only destroys the person holding it. But I also told them respect is not something children owe only on holidays. It must be shown through everyday actions. From that day forward, I stopped chasing people who only remembered me when I was gone. Surprisingly, that decision brought my family back together because they finally understood my worth after experiencing my absence. If this story touched your heart, remember this. Never wait until someone walks away to appreciate everything they quietly did for you. Love should never be taken for granted. Tell me in the comments, what would you have done if your family left you alone on Thanksgiving? Share this story with someone who needs this reminder today. Subscribe for more unforgettable family stories. And always remember, sometimes the greatest revenge is simply knowing your own value and refusing to let anyone take it away.